Hi, this is Jackie from the Build It All team. In this tutorial, we are going to do an overview of the Mailing Boss dashboard. So right here, you will see that we've got a main block here in the middle. Lots of these activities going on here, you will also find on the left-hand side right here. So for an example, you can see create a subscriber list here. And if I go to the drop down there, you will see list and subscribers. It's basically exactly the same. It's going to take you to the same place as if you're going to click on see lists. The same applies to the connect and verify your domain and sender email. So if you go to the settings area, you can see there is sender emails and there is domains. So some of these things are duplicated on the left hand side, and it's kind of working like a shortcut, if you want to put it that way. But let me go through these ones quickly. So right here, you would be able to create your subscriber list. You would be able to look at your subscribers, all the different kinds, and manage them basically. Then right here, is the place where you need to connect and verify your domain and sender email, which is very, very important, especially if you want to build your email reputation. So before you start creating lists and starting to send emails out, make sure that you have verified your domain and sender email right there. Then we've got create a content template. It's always a good thing to create a few templates. It depends on your type of business. Maybe you are going to send out a newsletter. Maybe you need a template for your team. So if you can differentiate them all with your brand, it is always a good idea, and it's going to save you some time. So this is the place where you would be able to create your content templates. Now, if you are going to send out any campaigns, whether it is an autoresponder, an automation, or even an email sequence, you would be able to do it right from this area. Again, it's the same as on the left-hand side where you've got templates, sent email campaigns, all your campaigns. That's where you're going to see all of them together as a whole. Your email sequence, and where you can create custom blocks. So again, it's basically the same type of thing that you've got right there. Then we've got create an automation, and automation is to go to workflow. Now this workflow here is the same as the workflow right at the top. Workflow is basically a good idea to use if you want to see more of a visual appearance of your email sequences that you are going to create. So it is really awesome to make use of the workflow because it gives you so many more options. Then we've got create a custom block right here. So let's just go quickly on the left-hand side, go through them. If you click on home, it's going to bring you back to this page. That is the workflow. So I'm going to click on it so that you can just see what it looks like. And right here, it gives you the instructions what to do. It's really easy and explain everything for you as to step by step as you go through it. So this is the area for the workflow. You can see what it looks like. You would be able to drag and drop them around on the page to make it a lot easier for yourself. So I'm just going to click on close, and then I'm going to go back. We've got subscribers. There is our campaigns. Now I've already spoken about the subscribers, where you can create your subscriber lists as well as your templates. All your send campaigns, if you had any, you would be able to see all your sequences being created right there. If you want to send instant messages is SMS, and this is where you would be able to do that. And then we've got the settings again of your account. So let's go into the account because that's quite important as well. Under the account information is obviously your company details that you're going to fill in. Very important to have it because it is normally added at the bottom of the emails. And then lead score. If you are going to maybe segment your list according to leads, this is where you would be able to put that details down as well. So I'm going to go to close, and then domains and sender emails. I've just spoken about that. And if you're looking for a few more tutorials. And that is basically an overview of the dashboard of Mailing Boss. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in another. Hi, this is Jackie from the Build It All team. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an email sequence in Mailing Boss. Now, right here on the left-hand side, if you scroll down in Mailing Boss up to campaigns, you're going to see the third option from the top is email sequence. So you're going to click on email sequence. And then you're going to see right here at the top, it says create sequence. We're going to click on that. and we're going to give the sequence a name. And I'm just going to say Team Matrix Newsletter. And then I'm going to choose the list that I want to work with. And then I'm going to click Add Campaign. And then we're going to make sure that I'm choosing Newsletter. And then there's a little pencil right there. And then you're going to choose the type. Is it a regular email? Is it the autoresponder, which is going to be in this case, or automation? So we're going to keep it on autoresponder. And then we don't have an existing sequence, so nothing will be available right there. And we're going to click Save. Now this app is going to open up, and this is where we're going to put in the email details. So we can write here weekly newsletter. And we're going to give it some text. Hi. And I'm just going to type a lot of nonsense there. And you would be able to add additional different kind of things in. You can add a heading into it. You can have images added to it. You can even have a button added. So there's a lot of different kinds of things that you can beautify the email sequence that you're going to send out on the left-hand side. And you would also be able to add layout options here and change the look and feel of the email. So once you've done and designed everything, you're just going to click on Save. Just put on your sender email first. Send the email and your reply. And then you're going to click Save. And now you need to choose the event details. After subscribe, how long do you want to wait? Or is it per weekday? So after subscribe, you can say immediately. So you're not going to wait any days. It's going to be immediately, or you can even put in minutes. So wait 5 minutes before this email is going to be sent out at the same subscription time, the activation time, send to existing subscribers or to new. So you can just leave it like that if you want to. And you can do a test email there. So once you fill out all that information, you can click Save and Activate. But in this case, I'm just going to click Save. And I'm going to click Save again. So now you can see if we go and edit this existing campaign, you're going to see we only have one sequence. If you want to add another one to the sequence, you're just going to click on Add Campaign. And we're going to go through the same process. We're going to put our details in everywhere that we need to. We're going to click Save. And we're going to add second newsletter. And I'm just going to put a lot of words here so that we can go through it quickly. Just going to do that. And then I'm going to put my sender email. That's wrong. And I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to say after subscribe, going to wait 3 days. And I'm going to save. I'm not going to activate it because I'm still creating my list. So you can see my sequence has been changed here. It's all under the same sequence, which is the Team Matrix newsletter. And that would be the first one, 0 days, 3 days. And you can keep adding the sequences as you wish. And that is basically how you would add a sequence in Mailing Boss. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in another. Hi, this is Jackie from the Build It All team. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a subscriber list. Now on the left hand side right here, you will see that we've got subscribers. You can click on lists, or on the right hand side, we've got see list here. We're going to click on that. And then it's a place like this going open up. I've already added some lists, but we're just going to click on create a new list. And then we need to give it a name. So I'm just going to give it my name here. And then you are going to make sure you choose double opt-in. It's very important to choose a double opt-in because of 2 reasons. You want to make sure that the person on your list really want to receive your emails. Secondly, you want to have a good deliverability rate. So it's important to keep that in consideration. And then you're going to give it a description. And you're going to click Save. It's going to open up a page like this, but we're going to go from the beginning to go through it. So let's click on list data first. Here you would be able to modify everything that you've just done. You can change it accordingly if it's not something that you want. And it's also very important to make sure that your from email is from a verified email address, which is one of the ones that's a professional email connected to your domain. So make sure that you don't leave it on the default. Then you're going to put your from name, your subject name, and reply to. These are all additional things that you can add to your emails. Normally you would use a welcome email most of the time and a CRM, but you can hover over these areas and you will see exactly what each of these items mean. So once you've done that, we're going to go over to form. Now this is what's going to be seen on your website. It is an email marketing form that will be added to your Cheetah page, and you would be able to choose what type of fields you're going to add. Now currently we've got an email and an F name, which stands for the person's name. You can see it right there. On the left hand side you see these very nice colored bars. That is if you want to add additional things. So let's say that we want a person's surname being added to it, a last name. So you can just grab it and drop it. It's basically drag and drop feature. So now I can see it's highlighted in red, and right here on the left hand, on the right hand side, you can change the field name. So in this case, it's going to be last name. And you can see that is how it will change. That is how it's on the F name, and that is for this one. So now you can just type in surname, or you can put in last name to make it easier for yourself. And then all of these, you can see now we've got them all added. You would be able to change whether it is required, like this one. Email tells you that they have to give you the email address. If you want the first name, if you don't say it's required, it means they don't have to fill it in. So you can make it required, and the last name can be optional. You can also hide that field. Now for options, it's only going to open up if you are going to insert something where options is required. So for an example, if I take the radio button and I add that, you can see there's an option bar opening up. And in that case, you need to fill in all the details, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to show you how to delete a field. So we're just going to click on delete, and then you have to click again to confirm. So now we can see we've got email, F name, and last name. We might not want it in this format. We can change it around by just dragging it and moving it up and down. Now I'm not going to make use of that, so I'm just going to delete and delete again because I only want those two fields. So now we've done all of that. You can also embed, configure, and do thank you pages, but let's just go through this area here. The pages and emails, this is where you can manipulate the information that will be sent out. That is to subscribe form look like, the pending subscribe, subscription confirm, update profile, unsubscribe confirmation. So if I just click on some of them, just to make you show what it looks like, this is where you can change that information. So this is basically the pages that is going to be shown after a certain action has taken place. They will see this. If you click on the emails, these are the emails they will receive after a certain action has been taken place. Next is subscribers. If somebody have subscribed to your email, they would be able to see exactly, you'll see your subscriber list, people sitting right here. This is where you're going to segment your list, and this is where you're going to create the notifications once something has happened on your site. You would be able to be emailed so that you can be notified. And once you've done all of that, all you need to do is click on update, and you can see that the list has been added successfully. So if I go back and I close, you would see it shows right here, Team Matrix newsletter. And that is how you would create a list. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in another. Hi, this is Jackie from the Build It All team. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to link your subscriber list that you've created in MailingBoss to your email marketing form on your Cheetah webpage. Now we're going to make use of this one that we've created, Team Matrix newsletter. Going to go to my Cheetah page. I've already added a panel right here and a box with some information. We're going to add the email marketing form right here now. So on the left hand side, actually the right hand side, we're going to click that little arrow, And we are going to scroll down until we get to email marketing form. So you're going to click on that, and you're going to see you've got a variety of options to choose from. Do not choose the last three because these are for a viral launch. So you've got the other options right here. So I'm just going to drag and drop this specific one to the panel, and then this form is going to open up, and you will see all the different kinds of lists that you have created there. Just look for the one that you've got, and I want to do this one, and it says default form because I didn't save a specific form to it, and I am going to click save. And now you're going to see that it's been added. I'm just going to put it up again. And what you need to do is, if you right click on this, it's going to open up the Mailing Boss form right here, and you would be able to either choose the label right here at the top and even change the look and feel slightly. So you can see what happens if I click on this. It gives you that kind of information. So I'm going to say I'm going to stick to that. So now we've got the email marketing form set. I can change it a little bit. And if you right click, you would be able to manipulate the way and the look and the feel of it by going to the field style, the general colors. You can change the background of the button, the hover of it, the color text, if you want to have some borders to it. The headline is this area right here. You can change the wording, the font style, the font itself, the color. You can even add an icon to it, and there's quite a lot that you can choose from. So if I select that, you can see what happens there. So you would be able to do that. If I give some space between it, the alignment, you can have a sub headline underneath that as well. So you can have that as a subline or some subtext to it. And you can do shadow, you can add animation. So there's quite a lot that you can do with regards to your form right here. Then the next part that you need to do is you'll see that there is another button that says set link. That is a very important to use, because if you don't use that, you're not going to send the person to the right area. So once they have given their email address, what is going to happen next? And that is what the subscribe pending button is about. So if you have got a thank you page there that you need to send them to, this is where it's going to happen. So if you click on that and their page has already been created, you would be able to go and click, and it says the thank you page that you've created, and you're going to select. It could be anywhere, but in this case, it's going to be a thank you page or a confirm your subscription page. Once they've confirmed, maybe you have got a freebie that you want to give away, you would be able to send them to that specific link. Again, it could be to a page on your site, or you can even have a web link, which is maybe going to a Google Drive or wherever you've got the offer that you are giving them. The same with a subscribe form. So once you've done with all of that, all you need to do is just click on save, and then you're going to click save again to confirm. That's fine. And that is how you would link your subscriber list in your Cheetah site. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in another.